is Rachel Spencer, and I will be talking to you about the experience I have encountered in Seattle, Washington. In March of this year, my architecture class of 80 students went on a field trip to Seattle, Washington to do a site study for a potential urban archive building. We were able to pick a location on the site where the Olympic Sculpture Park was located by the bay. When we arrived in Seattle, we had to fend for ourselves and discover the city on our own, which brings us to the real adventure in Washington with my friend Caitlin. It was the second day of exploring when Caitlin and I decided to find Pike's Place Market, which it's really exciting. It's very cool. It was completely overcrowded. The fish market was entertaining. People were throwing fish randomly at each other, and there were hundreds of flowers for sale along the sidewalks. On the corners of the sidewalks were people either doing magic tricks, singing or dancing, or trying to get money from the civilians. There were multiple places to eat in the market and lots of fresh fruit to purchase. The workers at the fruit stands would offer slices of apples to each of us as we walked by, and they were literally the best apples you've ever tasted. After exploring the area, we decided to travel to my site location again and study the activities throughout the Olympic Sculpture Park that people were doing. People would walk their dogs, ride their bicycles, and look at the metal, glass, and plastic structures. I decided on the perfect area for my potential urban archiving building, and we were off to revisit Pike Place Market because we both liked the commotion that was going on throughout the area. Traveling to the sculpture park was the easiest part of the day, and now getting back to Pike Place Market was a completely different story. As some of you might know, Seattle is full of curvy hills and streets, and we are walking and semi-dancing through those streets, trying to find our way back and enjoying the view of the bay. Along the way, we were taking photographs of different art pieces and structures for our documentation of Seattle, and we lost track of the street names as we kept moving. We skipped through the park, which we thought was in between the sculpture park and Pike Place Market, but it definitely wasn't. We came to a stop by the Coleman Dock, which is about 2 miles from our location of my site, where the ferry boats would take the passengers to Bainbridge Island, but that's a completely different story. So we missed our turn to Pike Place Market. We decided to sit down and figure out our location and the directions back to where Pike Place Market would be. And I'm pretty sure that Caitlin was in complete shock, so we sat down in silence for about 10 minutes, and then she started to hysterically laugh, which was kind of entertaining. So we managed to miss that one turn, and we walked a mile out of our way, and we were just laughing, constantly laughing, and then we finally found our way back to Pike Place Market. Seattle is a new adventure for us. We are walking through the entire city, seeing how it is differently from the West Coast compared to Iowa. All in all, we made it back to Pike Place Market in one piece, and when we decided to go back there for a third time that night, we made sure to remember to curve left instead of right on Ellis Avenue. Caitlin and I had loads of adventures getting lost in the city of Seattle. We had a reoccurring adventure, but located downtown Seattle, trying to find a restaurant that night. But that's a completely different story too. To us, Seattle is the place of lost and found, but also a city of adventure and excitement.